And a lot of people said, man, you know what? I used to hate Thor. Couldn't stand that pretty motherfucker, man. You know, hanging around with the Avengers and his movies, the main one that suck. Member of the Fuck Up Club to enter into it twice. I'm proud to say that she has won a shirt from dtmerch.com. Other brands of shirts, coffee cups, cool little tees for the little crumbs out there, phone covers. Go to doubletoasted.com. You have expressed that you would like us to stay here, keep doing this, keep it independent, stay free, not worry about anybody. If that's the case, then you got to subscribe, you got to donate, you got to do whatever it takes to keep this going. He just, just dig riding Tony and Captain America. I can't stand that son of a bitch, man. And then Ragnarok.
And you and I had a fight recently.
Did I win?
No, I won.
And then they said, oh, shit. All right, he got jokes. Why you hold back the comedy all this time? Just getting by on your pretty eyes and them abs, man.
And Kate Blanchett.
Yeah,
she's fine as hell in that movie too.
The whole time you just getting by on your body. I didn't know there was a brain in that hair. And there's hardly everyone in there. That's why he's so funny, because they made Thor kind of stupid. One director, he pretty much brought it to the point where it was full-fledged comedy. So if you are the type of person where you say, I'm a Ragnarok man when it comes to these movies, especially when it comes to Thor. Because a lot of people still say, you know what, I say what you will about Thanos and Endgame and a big epic conclusion to this phase of Marvel and whatnot. At Ragnarok, that's still my shit right there, man. So if that is you, you'll be happy to know that the guy that brought it to this full-fledged comedy, Taika Waititi, is returning.
Is he?
For Thor 4. He was supposed to work on the live-action version of Akira.
He was another.
He
one
was
of
the
those.
next one. Nobody's gonna get this done. Y'all gonna pull this from under me after a while. You know what? Let me go back to a sure thing. Let me go back to my boy. Let me go back to Thor.
Didn't he do the mocap and the voice for the rock dude?
Yeah.
The guy's name is on there.
Yeah.
He looked funny.
At this picture right here, he didn't even want to direct Akira. Look at him. You're like, He's like, where's Thor? Yeah. So if that is your thing, man, yeah, you'll be very happy to know that he has returned for this. And everybody's been talking about this all day. That's how much people love Thor. Comic book fans and just casuals out there have been so excited hearing. And it's just not only is the news that Thor is coming back. Everybody knew Thor is gonna be back, and you ain't going nowhere. That's Man in Black just crashed. You gonna be here for a while.
That crash. He had a fantastic arc in Endgame, where he's one of the only of the big three that lived.
Yep. Yeah.
And everybody's excited about him taking off for the Guardians of the Galaxy because he works so well with them.
Yeah. So you got Robert Downey Jr. is gone. Tony Stark gone. Captain America gone. Thor, he's the one still at the party. Yeah!
Another flag in the bell.
Hey, want to get another cake, huh? Man,
Dude, it's 6 in the morning.
It's 6 in the morning. Go home, man. Thor, go home. Everybody knows that Thor is going to be back. The big news is that Taika Waititi coming back.
That is big.
Yeah, and that's because everybody feels like he's the one that brought not only something to Thor, but he's the one that brought just probably, until this day, they say, whatever your favorite movie is, it's going to be hard to argue that Ragnarok is not the most original film within at least this phase of what we have, even more than Guardians. So that's why I thought today it would be cool, because I asked, I'm gonna say it again.
The Council of Nerds.
The council. I asked my Council of Nerds today. Mark's first when I texted, what would you like in a Thor number 4? But you gave me some great answers, man. That's why I went to you. And I asked a couple other people, and I also thought about it because I will tell you, I don't know Thor as well as you guys. I know comic books as well as you guys. That's why I had to holler at you. And so I thought, we can go deep with it and see what the comic book fans want, but we can also talk about, since these movies are very mainstream now, some of the biggest movies out there, what would the casual moviegoers like to see in a Thor chapter 4. But let's hit up the hardcore comic people out there and what they would like to see that's taken from the comics and put into the movie. Not something taken from the movies, but straight from
Not
the comics.
from the universe you want to say.
Yeah.
From the comics.
And I kind of tallied this up and kind of put them in a place based on what people were telling me.
Okay, because I had some other things I could have wrote to you, but I was like, I'll save them for when we
some of the stuff might actually pop up.
Okay, I'm sure it will. As a matter of fact, there's one of them I know will pop up.
Yeah, and so I kind of put this in a certain number based on the first answer that people gave me and working down to the least, and then working through the casual stuff. So we start with number 1, the first thing that everybody said to me, and even Martin said, he said, "Man, I got 3 words," and I had to correct him because I said, "Man, that's 4," because he said to me, he said, "Beta Ray Bill." Beta Ray Bill, man. Martin, I'm sure you can tell me about this, but before we do that, now some of y'all said, "Man, well, that boy looked familiar," and that's because
You sound like a pimp. Beta Ray Bill.
Oh, Beta Ray Bill. How your hoes doing today?
He worked on the railroads.
Oh, baby, you know how my hoes doing. I'm Beta Ray Bill.
But Beta Ray Bill, you saying how he look familiar? I think I saw him. I don't even read comics, but I saw him somewhere. That's because you probably saw his big ass head on the side of one of the buildings in Ragnarok, which is from actually kind of his species, I guess. Maybe his species, they're badass and everybody likes them, or one of his species is somebody that's real important. He's a strange one, man. He leaves an impression wherever he goes. Even like I said, man, even comic book fans or non-comic book fans know who he is because he just has this original look. He was supposed to actually be in Ragnarok, but they had too many characters.
Yeah.
And so they said, we just don't want to fit in there. And we'll have more movies.
Because he looks so cool.
Him and Thor, they're boys, man.
Yeah.
They team up on a lot of things. You guys have probably seen them together. And if you probably said, well, I've seen them somewhere. Well, you probably saw Beta Ray teaming up with Thor in maybe one of the cartoons.
Odin's beard.
God damn.
That's my hammer, punk. Damn.
Wake up call.
Shit.
Caught you slipping.
Bitch, I was asleep.
Caught you slipping.
God damn. Did he take his wallet and his sneakers too?
God damn.
So they've had their differences before. Now that they're cool, they're fine.
Yeah.
But when they first met, it's almost like they liked the same chick. That chick being that hammer, because you don't mess with Thor's hammer. Phrasing rather, but you don't because no one is worthy. Beta Ray Bill, the reason why they get into it sometimes, at least when they first got into it, because Thor's like, I'm the only motherfucker that can work this hammer. And then Beta Ray said, you.
Wait, you mean this
yeah, just easy. Yeah, this. Oh, shit, I get these at Home Depot all the time.
Nay, that is not.
But now it belongs to Beta Ray Bill.
He's like, damn.
Block a dog or something, man.
Damn, that's some punctuation for your ass right there.
You could have just said it.
I done told you.
Yeah. Beta Ray Bill is actually a cyborg, but he's a cyborg, and he's somebody that is one of the. A lot of people. I don't know if he's one of the most powerful. You can tell me about this, Martin. I don't know if he's one of the most powerful, but he's got a reputation out there.
Yeah, no, he's got a reputation, and he's fiercely loyal to Thor. Actually,
He's got a fierce reputation out there. For some of them are true, or some of them are not. But he has a legendary mythology behind him.
The one-man army that nearly toppled Crown City. Prepare yourselves for Battling Beta Ray Bill!
Damn, I also think them gums be scaring the hell out of you. He's got the fiercest gums in the galaxy.
What is this right here?
That is Planet Hulk. The only thing that would keep him from probably popping up in Thor is that the next Thor is that there's a rumor going around that he might be in the next Guardians movie.
Sure.
He might be introduced there. There's some people.
Oh, well, it looks like Thor went off with them, so it'd be a perfect time to team them up with each other.
Yeah, and because no one knows how long he's going to be traveling the galaxy with the Guardians and all that kind of stuff. But there's a rumor going around that Beta Ray Bill would be introduced into through the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. But that's a rumor, that's a leak, and a lot of people say that a lot of things that this person leaked has been proven wrong. This one is number 2, Gore. And this one's most likely to be in the next Thor movie since he's probably Thor's most powerful enemy. That Thor fights in his own series. Mm-hmm. And Martin told me today, because I asked him, I said, give me some people that might be able to pop up that, the real comic book fans want to see. And Martin said, he sent to me, he said, Gore, the God Killer.
Yeah.
I looked him up. Wow. Internet corrected my ass real quick.
Did they?
Yeah, it said, bitch, I'm a God butcher.
That's some badass fan art, too.
Yeah. That's not fan art.
No. He said, God,
awesome.
I treat guys like Jesus.
Yeah.
Hang their ass up. Yeah, he crucifies guys, man. Depending on where you see Beta Ray Bill, he might meet Beta Ray in his own movie. He might meet him through the Guardians. Mm-hmm. But as I said, this is one of the most powerful people that Thor has had to fight. I heard today that he's like an Avengers level type of villain.
He honestly, he's the kind of character you bring in when you're ready to do the Logan version of Thor.
When you're ready to kill Thor.
I mean, it goes from, because you read that whole storyline, it's fantastic because Gore is somebody who lived on a planet where they're like, man, we're at the mercy of these gods and they don't give a shit about us, and I hate gods. And he dedicated his life to going back and forth in time so he could just slay gods. But it goes with Thor back when he's just a young Viking, somebody the Vikings worship, and he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And then how we see him as an Avenger, and then when he's older at the end of like the apocalypse of the universe, where he's one of the last people standing. He's old, he's fat, he's got one eye, he's got one arm, and he's got daughters, and Gore is coming for him. It's the big last show.
Wow. That'll be okay. So that's something you would have to save if you want to be truly epic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's epic. Unless you were just saying like, well, we're just showing you what happens in the future. But hey, but we're gonna bounce back to now. You got time before that all happens.
Yeah, because a lot of people are also thinking like, well, if you go up against this guy, maybe they will save him. But maybe this movie, maybe another movie, you're gonna get Thor and Beta Ray, teaming up to conquer this guy, if that's possible.
Yeah, could be.
Again, this is on my list, but Martin's gonna add some more to this. Someone actually brought up that maybe there's a chance. This is probably more of a Guardians type hero or character, but there's a chance that Nova could pop up somewhere. Oh, based on because the reason why is Richard Rider is Nova. That's the character's name, and he was the embodiment of the Nova Corps.
He looks familiar.
Well, he's a member of the Nova
He's a
Corps.
member, but when all of them were destroyed, he was.
Yeah, I guess they're sort of like Marvel's Green Lantern.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Marvel's Green Lantern, and he could be more than likely a Guardian character, but some people are saying like I wouldn't mind seeing him pop up maybe in a Thor movie if he's going intergalactic, because they did hint that in the movies that when Thanos went after the Power Stone, that it was hinted that he killed all of the Nova Corps. You saw the Nova Corps again, more comedic versions of them probably when you watched Guardians of the Galaxy. You saw John C. Reilly in there and everything. Right. But this seems like more of a Guardians character.
Very
to
much
me.
so.
You want to name some other things, man? That'll be good to bring in there.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody brought up Thor as a frog.
Thor as a frog?
Did nobody else say that?
A frog?
Yeah.
I was thinking, but we didn't have a chance to talk. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure nobody brought that up, but I would love that.
No, there was while he got turned into a frog. And this with Taika Waititi directing, I could see him doing that. Matter of fact, I could see him doing a whole Tales of Asgard, going through all these different things with Thor, where you would have a chance to bring the Warriors 3 in, because everybody's mad that they got short shifted in the series, killed off so quickly.
I didn't know what this was. I have seen this.
Yeah.
Where Thor's a frog. I thought that was another Peter Porker Spider-Ham thing.
No. They did that for a while.
Wow.
And it's from the Norse mythology. They brought that in.
I bet you they'll bring this in.
Yeah.
With Taika Waititi doing this. So you talking about you want to see? I would love to see that.
You'd like it.
I would love.
You love it the most, baby.
I want to see a little frog pick up a big ass hammer.
People love with it.
Yeah, people up with it, man. Oh man, I would love
would
that.
be kinda
Nobody brought that up today.
I'm
Why
shocked.
didn't you bring it up?
Well, because I already sent you 2 things, and I was like, well, I don't want to sit here typing on my phone all day. I was leaving work when I got your text, and I was like, all right, I'll send him these 2 things, and,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go, and I'll just mention the other stuff when we get there.
Okay, it was
And-
kind of like a fuck you moment. You know, we've already covered some of the more serious comic book angles of it. All right, when I say serious, for serious comic book fans out there, this is a series where, with the director coming back, with Taika Waititi coming back, we don't know yet, but chances are it probably still will be somewhat of a comedy. I mean, I don't see that changing too much with him, especially with Thor ending Endgame on such a comedic note.
Right.
And that's where the casuals come in, kind of like myself. We've all seen the movies, even if we don't know all of the comic book lore. And with that, what is it that the average fan out there, just the movie fan, would probably like to see come back into it? And continuing with the list, number 4, I thought it would be cool if they brought the Guardians in. And now they saying, well, no, listen, Thor's already been hanging out with the Guardians. Yeah, and that is true, but it's mostly been, even though they've been all around, even though Rocket Raccoon went to Thor's home and
Went to Asgard.
Asgard, yeah, and Thor's really been kind of in that element, man.
Nowhere, but yeah.
Yeah, they've been nowhere out in, where he got the his new weapon, the axe or whatever, and they've been all around the galaxy. He's been on that ship. He's kind of really been in their element. He's not with the Avengers. He's hanging out with this raccoon, the rest of his team right now, and a lot of people just like the way he fit right in immediately.
Yeah.
Almost just, man, let me tell you something. This man wasn't even conscious. He was still asleep and still made Starlord look like a bitch.
How the hell is this dude still alive?
He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. It's true. You have put on weight.
What?
They don't give him no respect.
I know, it was like,
This man,
true. Yeah, put on weight. It was like, God damn.
gee,
Standing right here.
and I'm being
was asleep.
serious. Yeah, I'm being serious with it. He's sleeping,
He's
making
sleep. He's
and
sleep.
making a bitch out of him.
Yeah.
Star bitch.
He look hurt too. What?
They have the moment he was on that ship, not even conscious. They give him a complex.
Oh, sure. Well, so much so that even when Thor comes back and he's fat, he's still
He's still fat, homeless Thor. Still with Starlord, man. Told him and pretty much told him yeah, you ain't really running shit around here.
Oh yeah, you're still
like,
in
yeah,
charge.
No, there'll be no stabbing. Maybe me, maybe you.
Oh, that's so cute. You pretend to be a captain. That's why I thought it would be actually cool if when they come in, I want to see not I want to see all the Guardians in the movie. If you do that, that'd be kind of cool. I think it'll confuse what the movie is. But then they did it with Captain America, so who knows? Yeah. Could be a kind of like a quasi Avengers thing going on here. But I thought it would be really cool if you want to bring the Guardians in, that's fine. But I think if since this is a comedy, make another buddy flick, man.
Oh,
Have
just the two of them.
Thor and Starlord, because they gave Starlord such a complex. Now he's just trying to prove himself to Thor, and he ain't. Look, Thor's a god. There's nothing he can do to measure up to this man. But he gets in over his head, tries to follow him on his adventures, and the whole time Thor is saving him and then talking shit.
Or it sends him on quests. It's like, hey, but when you complete this and you can pick up this hammer, that's when you know you're ready.
Imagine it like the Hobbs and Shaw of Marvel, man. Well,
we haven't seen that yet.
You might slow the down.
But it just
Might be doo-doo.
But the whole time, Starlord he's in over his head. He shouldn't have got off that ship and tried to do anything with him. Yeah, I think it could make a really fun buddy flick if you at least brought Peter Quill in. I think that'll be a great selling point for the movie. I think it'd be funny if they brought back the Grandmaster.
Oh, absolutely.
Grandmaster Flash up here, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what's so cool about the Thor series being later and being funnier. They have given us some of the biggest assholes and some of the biggest villains who just talk their way into your heart, man.
Well, that's the funny thing about the characters like Jeff Goldblum, the Grandmaster, and Benicio del Toro as the Collector. But then Marvel Comics, these are big, pompous, almost godlike figures. So to see them here to just be sniveling little bitches when it comes down to it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I look at like I used to hate Loki. And I used to hate people that loved Loki because I was like, man, he murders people, innocent people.
Yes.
But later on, I was like, but you funny. He was making me laugh.
He was
so
the
I
first
was like,
one to get funny.
Yeah. Now he's getting his own series, and that they do these dickish things like the Grandmaster, man. Look at the Grandmaster. The Grandmaster will do some gruesome shit to people. But he will make it so charming.
Please. I'm sorry.
Got to admit what you did, Carlo. You're officially pardoned from life.
Yeah, I know. I was like, man, that is f***ed up what he did.
Even Thor was like, well, shit. He's good. I know I'm good.
Even look at Thor. Thor's like, God damn.
Oh, damn.
Shit, what did you gamble on?
I do like that he didn't draw it out. You're pardoned from life.
Yeah.
He's just like, from
Well,
life.
You know why? Because of Jeff Goldblum.
His delivery.
Jeff Goldblum, his delivery. Jeff Goldblum was so great in this role, man.
God, yeah.
And no matter how, and he's a villain, man.
Oh, yeah.
But you just like this dude.
So you've been familiarizing yourself with our obedience disc. It's a little invention of mine, by the way. Some people find it kind of erotic.
Some of them some bad green screen though.
Thor's looking like, man, this dude's about to me. You're like, oh shit. Out of all the things that could be realistically brought back into Thor, I thought it'd be great if he's brought back after his whole empire has collapsed. There's a revolt against him. All these people he may fight are coming after his ass. People done have family members killed by him, and his little sniveling ass is on the run. And he's in hiding, and he sees Thor, and somehow he convinces Thor, like, you really need my help right now. And Thor's like, I do. Come on, man. So I thought that'd be a great storyline to bring him back. This is a shoe-in. Korg. Got to bring Korg back.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't want Korg back? Korg is that dude in every circle of friends that everybody likes. Korg is the most lovable rock you've ever met.
This is my very good friend over here, Meek. He's an insect and has knives for hands. Made of rocks, as you can see, but don't let that intimidate you. You don't need to be afraid unless you're made of scissors.
He's so sweet, man. Man, coming up with these little fourth grade jokes. I know. I really like Korg, man. Korg has got to. And you know what? And since Taika Waititi is doing the voice, he's directing, and he does the voice for Korg. Yeah, it's probably a good chance that we'll see Korg back again in this, even though we didn't see him actually leave with Thor at the end of Endgame. I don't know how they would do it. I don't know what happens. Maybe Korg and his little friend, I forgot the little worm. Meek. Yeah, maybe they're stowaways. And they somehow I just can't see Taika Waititi doing this and not finding an opportunity to put Korg in there.
They come back and get him. Shit.
Yeah, I can see him.
Yeah, no, what? Thor 4, he's going to come back to New Asgard with Valkyrie running things.
Yeah.
And Korg's probably stepped up and is has a high position now.
Yeah, he probably, Valkyrie. If you're talking about going back to New Asgard, got to run the Valkyrie somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think people would be curious to see, because she's running things now.
Not the people who saw Men in Black.
No, girl, you gotta go.
Don't put the two of them together no more.
Y'all ain't shooting a movie or anything, right? Okay, come on in. But I think people love to see how the character has handled her new position.
Sure.
If you've seen the movie, again, spoiler, Thor has left her in charge of New Asgard, where he goes off with the Guardians. And I think people want to see what she does in her new position of authority there. So yeah, I would like to see Valkyrie come back. Hey, I'm just gonna go out there. Number 7, another person I'd like to see in Thor Part 4, Fat Thor. I want to see Fat Thor come in because, and I'm not saying this because I want to make fun of Thor. I'm not gonna try to body shame or anything, but Thor, Fat Thor, yeah, he was funny. I ain't gonna lie, his big ass made me laugh a couple of times. But Fat Thor was just something extra sympathetic about him.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, nothing said just down and out. Like, look, you're not gonna feel the same way for fine, sexy ass fit Thor as you do for Fat Thor.
If I still feel anything that's real.
Like half of you's laughing, but more of you just kind of just sad. I would love to just have not even the whole movie. Like I said, there's something about that character where I just felt for him, man. And a lot of people were upset because they put Fat Thor in there, and they thought that they were body shaming, making fun of fat people. And I was like, nah, man. Look, they're making a point. If Thor can get fat, then no one's safe. If Thor gets fat, that's real depression.
Yeah.
And not even that. It really was. You saw the other Avengers. It's just kind of like, man, we got something to do. Get your shit together. Get a 2-pack. You don't need a full 6-pack. Damn, flex one muscle besides your.
They're going over battle plans. He's trying to tell a story that's rambling and going
yeah. And also they had to lure him on the ship with beer every time to get him on the ship.
What it was with Thor, it was just kind of like people like, man, we feel sorry for you long enough. We can't do this shit no more. All right, get your shit together, and I felt it. I was like, and I would love to see. I don't want to see I don't want to see Thor all of a sudden just chiseled and everything in Thor 4. I want to, you don't have to give me a montage. Just give me dad bod Thor. Give me pudgy Thor for a little while, and then have him gradually get into the Thor.
It'll happen in the Guardians.
Yeah,
by the time Thor 4 comes around, he'll be fit again.
There you go. Number 8, Howard the Duck. I would love to see that. I'm not talking about him making a full appearance. I'm not talking about him going through the whole movie or anything. And I understand that people see. I think Howard the Duck has come a long way. Howard the Duck has come from one of the most despised movies of all time. I want to. I know, man. I want to see the lizard. The thing is, Howard the Duck. He's slowly creeping up on Stan Lee. He's slowly taking his place. He's coming in and making these small cameos.
Jesus.
That's from Guardians right there, where after he got blown up.
You don't like that?
Yeah, man. When he popped up in Guardians, I was like, yay! And then we watched Howard the Duck, the old one. I was like, okay, no, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not his fault. That Howard the Duck.
I don't even want a good one now.
I do. I love Howard the Duck, and I got excited. First, he was at the end of Guardians, and then you could take that. And then there was a part where he was in he was a part in Guardians 2 where he was in there. Oh. But once he was in Endgame, out down there getting ready to fight with everybody else, I was like, "You in, man? You know what? He picked up. He put in. He actually put in some work. I said, you deserve to be here. You put that cocktail down. Actually, put in a fight. I'm like, yeah, you here, man? You bona fide now. So I don't want him fully in the movie, but I would love to see him just for a little bit continue that cameo. You got to have him in there somewhere.
Well, he can mix with Frog Thor.
There you go. That would be cool. Because he could be sipping and be like, Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Can't let anybody in here these days.
See, now you said that could work. That could work well. That'd be a nice cameo. Him hanging out with Frog Thor for a little while. Number 9. I tell you, we're switching. I don't even know if this counts as number 9 because it's who we don't want to see. And this is just one. I'll tell you who we don't want to see or who I don't want to see. Loki. Oh. I think we had enough of Loki, man. For one, they pretty much put it out there. Loki's dead.
Yeah.
All right. And I don't want to hear nothing about I don't want to hear no shit about no trickery. I don't want to hear about no magic. Don't be cheating. This bitch is gone. He needs to stay gone for a little bit. He's getting his own series. He'll be back. He's traveling time and everything. I know y'all created loopholes, but these but right there.
That's a snap for you.
Yeah. Loki. So Loki's gone, man. And even with him coming back, he's doing his own thing. I know they put a loophole out there. Don't need to see him no more. Because I guess you know, Loki, man. Loki was starting to serve no purpose except fan service, and he was there just for comedy relief.
We are not doing Get Help.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him!
He's a bitch.
I love that. I love that.
Classic. Still hate it. It's humiliating.
Yeah, it is humiliating. You know, so just, man, you had dignity at one time. You died with dignity. You know, you went out. You went out with your pride, man. So it's kind of, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. That doesn't mean that I don't want to see Thor. I mean Loki. And this is where you were talking about Lady Loki.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't mind seeing
That's
that.
actually not what I was talking about, but yeah.
Which one were you talking about?
There was something after the Gore storyline. They went into what's become War of the Realms, but Thor once again was no longer worthy, and it was a female Thor going around for the longest time. Nobody knew who she was, but it was Jane Foster, who they've sort of written out of this.
Now I knew that Jane Foster was another Thor at one time,
but that was recent. I mean, up until very recent.
No, because I heard people talking about, are they teasing? And I only knew from the movie, are they teasing maybe a girl Thor coming in? You know, because this is when Endgame was being made, and what's her name? Was
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman was rumored to be seen somewhere and being in it or something. And it's like, oh my God, is woman Thor coming? And which is not the case. But if they brought Loki back, like if Karma just came back and just f***ed with him and made him a woman in a different timeline, and he came back, I thought that could make things really funny, and because it would make things really awkward.
True.
Because Thor don't give a fuck no more. Now this is why I can see Fat Thor coming in and seeing this fine ass Loki right here. And he could look at him and be like, well, you know, we were never really related.
Yeah.
What the fuck off, man. That is my list right there. Anything you want to add?
There was something cool they did in Guardians of the Galaxy recently. They kicked off a new series where Thanos is dead. And it started with the last will and testament of Thanos, where it was like there was a call to all the cosmic characters, like you need to show up for this. Guardian, Silver Surfer, Beta Ray Bill, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, everybody, and it's Thanos' video will just saying like, all right, you playing this is because I'm dead, and y'all motherfuckers think you got me, but I'm not that stupid. I put my consciousness, it's been saved, and I have planted it in somebody. And I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm going to be back. So it all sent them on a hunt, trying to hunt down whoever it was going to be the new Thanos.
Okay, what do you want to see in Thor 4? Because you know I ain't going to put that shit in there.
Well, but it's a way to work Thanos back in and some of these other characters they got going.
Yeah,
they would do a scaled down version of it. But
yeah. So what would you do with a scaled down version then? If you would have put that in. Say, now, because you're talking comic books. This is why I want to pare it down to the movies. If you would have put it in a movie, how would you pare it down? Because you know Ghost Rider's not going to be there.
No. I would only have the characters that we've seen so far. But they've introduced enough of them now.
Okay. All right, then. Well, if any of you out there got anything that you'd like to see in Thor 4 that we have not talked about or you want to elaborate on, please let us know. Put it in comment sections. Jeez, I got a Thor in my throat. But
that was bad.
Shut the look at that. Hold on. Man, y'all clean that shit up in there.
All right, Miles.
But if you have anything you want to share with us, put it in any comment sections wherever we have the comment section on our site, YouTube, anywhere that we're talking about this. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Oh, you know what? Do one more thing for me. It's the last thing. Just go to our main site, doubletoasted.com, because you know you love what we do here. And over there, you can see the long-form version of this video, uncensored, unedited, and also the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. We work very hard for you. So support us at our store, ttmerch.com. And remember to always stay toasty.